going to be 10 rounds, 2 targets, moving. Ten more rounds, 2 targets, moving. It's going to be 5 rounds, strong-handed. Well, these have just been number 7 birdshot loads, which I don't mind shooting. There's some value to this. They're fun. It's time to try out some number 4 buck. I think this is my favorite load. In fact, I've decided to load these myself. This isn't one of mine. But first time shooting number 4 buck. See what I think about it. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's got a little bit more kick to it, but nothing too big at all. I really like that. Nice pattern too. Now a little double-aught buck. Nice. Now I'm going to try firing this from here. The reason why is that you might not be able to shoulder this weapon in some situations. You might not even need to, considering the light actually shows you exactly where your pattern's going to light up. So what I want to do is shoot it like this, just to see the difference. Now it shouldn't be much of a big deal, but well, you know, first time trying it, so let's find out. This is just some number 7 buckshot. That was number 7 birdshot, actually. And that wasn't bad at all. Little tweak to the wrist because of the way I'm holding it. You know, I feel that. But not a big deal. Nothing you can't handle. Alright, this is the car drill. I'm making this up as I go along. Scenario is, in the car, I'm gonna have to exit the vehicle, open the door, fire a few rounds, get to the back of the vehicle for cover, fire the remaining rounds. On target, 2 different targets set up at about 30 yards. So I'm gonna be taking my time. I'm gonna do this slow. Again, I'm making this up as I go along. So just want to see what it's like being in a car, opening the door, take a few shots before you get out, exit the vehicle, get to the rear of the vehicle, finish the fight. Here we go. Threat! Well, that worked out a little different than I planned. First of all, when I got the door open, and I was already had a position through the window, I mean, I guess it would have been smarter to bail towards the back of the car so you have more of an actual cover. But having that open spot through the window and the targets in my sights, just decided to open it up then. Alright, stick to the plan this time. Threat's called, door comes open, I'm going to take a couple of shots. I'm going to close the door, something you wouldn't bother doing in a critical situation, but I'm going to close the door before I make my way to the rear of the vehicle for cover. I'm doing that to get the door out of the way and for the sake of the camera. So clearly you wouldn't waste time dealing with the door when you're getting the hell out of there. But for this demonstration, threat's going to be called, door's going to come open, 2 shots, 1 on each target, close the door, get to the back of the vehicle, finish the fight from there. Let's do it. Threat! Well, okay. I mean, personally, I feel like that sucked, but, you know, when do you practice this stuff? When do you even think about it? I mean, because I haven't. You go to the range, what do? You stand there and shoot at a piece of paper? I like these dynamic drills. I like working on these things that feel so odd to do. I mean, have you ever jumped out of a car with a gun and started shooting? It's the first time I ever did it. You might as well practice it now when nothing's shooting back at you. You know, that paper down there isn't faring so well today, but it ain't shooting back either. So it's nice to just do these things because they feel odd. The first time you do this, it's weird. It's not natural, and it's something that needs to be worked on, and you have to practice it. You know, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. I'm trying to learn it for myself. I guess I'm just talking to myself. When you're shooting through a window or inches from a vehicle, you sure are more conscious of your sight picture. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. What I'm loading up for here is, you know, I know what pistol distances are, but I've still got this thing in my head that I want to be able to, how many is that? That's 10 rounds. I usually only load 10 rounds at a time when I'm doing that. It's easy to keep score on paper. And we're going to go down and reset some paper. But I've got this idea in my head that I want to be able to be effective with a pistol at 50 yards. Again, I know that's outside the distance of what you're going to really want to use a pistol for anyway. But I'm always thinking, well, what if it's all you got? What if you have to? What if you have to? And so I want to take these 10 rounds, just going to be standing back here. It's going to be stationary. And reset the paper. I'm going to see if I can get all 10 rounds on my target from back here. Go check it out. I was putting them all on the same target just for easy counting. What do you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 10 from 30 yards. like that. And there's my target on the hill. Just a rock laying up there. I'm gonna sling some number 4 buck at it. If my red dot is on, which I think it is, then we should see that rock splatter every time. Pretty much right on. Just for fun, gonna hit those pieces of paper up there with some double aught buck. Damn, that buck hits hard.
That was huge. Joel, go somewhere far. Okay?